I beat myself up. I tell myself how bad I am. I motivate myself to change that way. And then I start trying to do all the right things, right? And whatever those right things are, if the right thing is going to a meeting and a 12-step program, or the right thing is I'm going to do a full disclosure, or I'm going to do a polygraph, I'm going to do all these recovery pieces. And it's not that any of those are wrong, but I'm doing them to try to fix the shame. And that's where things start to kind of go off the rails, is that I'm using all these good things, these good recovery initiatives that we know work, but I'm doing them to try to address the shame. I'm using them as kind of these performance-based behaviors. One of my performance-based behaviors is actually housework. I will, when I'm feeling bad about myself, I'll clean, because there's something about cleaning up the house, right? When the house is organized and everything's like clean and put away, there's a sense of accomplishment. And it's usually something I can do in a short amount of time, right? So when I look at our sink and there's dishes everywhere, I think that's 45 minutes. I've got this, right? And that's what I actually used to do in our relationship with Joanna. I would feel bad about acting out. I wouldn't tell her. She wouldn't know that I was acting out at the time, but I would feel bad. I'd beat myself up, and then I'd start to clean. And I would clean the house, right? And she'd be out at class or at work, and she'd come home, and all of this performance, right, was designed to try to make me feel better about myself. And here's where the resentment would kick in, is that what I'd want applause, right, for my performance, right? Every performance wants recognition from the audience. And so I would perform, I'd clean the house, and she'd come home and she'd be like, "How was your day?" I was like, "Great. Did you notice anything?" And I would sit back and I would kind of point out the kitchen. Did you notice anything, how the house looks? And she'd be like, "It looks fine." Right. And if I didn't get the kind of applause I was looking for, right? If I didn't get the kind of recognition that re-instilled my kind of upper, like my higher sense of self, that's where I would start to build a resentment. Right. And I would start to go, you know what? She doesn't appreciate me, right? She doesn't see the work that I'm doing. And what I didn't realize was is I was trapping myself and I was trapping her into this kind of built-in negotiation. She didn't even know it was happening, right? I wasn't cleaning because I felt like it was the right thing to do. I was cleaning because I wanted to feel better about myself. I wanted her to acknowledge it. And if she didn't acknowledge it, I was going to use that as fuel, right? To kind of build those resentments, build those angers, right? And resentment is definitely one of those things that starts small, right? It'd be the like it rarely explodes right away. It's something that I would just kind of remember. I'd be like, well, she didn't say much about the work that I did today, right? And I would kind of hold on to that as kind of a wound. And that over time, right? That pattern of beating myself up, performing, trying to do the right thing, be the good guy, right? Not getting the praise that I felt like I was due, and then kind of holding on to that anger. That's what I really work with guys and seeing, is that kind of resentment building cycle. That's what's usually building that resentment. It's when we think we're doing the right thing and we're not getting the recognition for it. That's when I really begin to get those kind of resentments building, and that's where they're going to build up to the point that they're going to explode.